Good morning viewers, and I welcome you all to another video lecture of Sunshine classes. Last class we did a lecture on idioms and phrases. Today I have brought for you a few very important questions on Indian polity. Friends, as you are aware that if you want to score good marks in competitive exams, then you have to do good in the general studies part. And in the general studies, questions on polity, questions on Indian Constitution are surely to come. So I have set for you some important questions which have come in different competitive exams several times, which will be coming several times. And believe me, if you go by these questions, then you will have a thorough, substantial knowledge on Indian Constitution. So, all the best wishes, and let us start. My very first question, as you can see on the screen, is who is known as the father of Indian Constitution? Who is known as the father of Indian Constitution? You all know the answer? Yes? Write down the answer on your notebook, then tally with me. Yes sir, you are right. The answer is Dr. B.R. Ambedkar. Dr. Bhim Rao Ambedkar, the first law minister of India. Question number 2. Which body framed the Constitution of India? Constitution of India was framed by an organization, you can say, an assembly, you can say, or a body. What was the name of that body? This is the question. This is a very important question. The answer is Constituent Assembly. So what is the answer? Constituent Assembly. You can see both the question and the answer on your screen. Right. Question number 3. The Constituent Assembly was set up under which plan? Question number 3. The Constituent Assembly was set up under which plan? And the answer is the Cabinet Mission Plan 1946. The Cabinet Mission Plan 1946. What happened that after the end of the Second World War, there was an abrupt change in the cabinet in Great Britain. Though Great Britain won the Second World War, but Winston Churchill lost the election that time, and England got another prime minister in the name of Clement Attlee. Clement Attlee was keen on giving independence to India, so he set up a commission which was framed by 3 members of his cabinet, so it came to be known as Cabinet Mission. And this Cabinet Mission was sent to India. The members of the Cabinet Mission, they came to India. They discussed with the political leaders of several political parties and came to a conclusion. Under this conclusion, they gave up several recommendations. And one of the recommendations were setting up of a Constituent Assembly for framing the Constitution of India. So, the answer, the Constituent Assembly was set up under which plan? The answer is the Cabinet Mission Plan 1946. Obvious question. Next question. Question number 4. The Cabinet Mission to India was represented by. The Cabinet Mission to India was represented by. So that means who were the members of the Cabinet Mission? Who were the members of the Cabinet Mission? And the answers are Lord Pethick Lawrence. You can see the answers here. Lord Pethick Lawrence, Sir Stafford Cripps, and A.V. Alexander. Lord Pethick Lawrence, Sir Stafford Cripps, and A.V. Alexander. Right now I have discussed with you 5 important questions, and I am sure that some of my friends have been able to answer all the questions. All the best wishes. And those who were not able to answer all the questions, my friends, don't lose heart. Please go ahead with us. we shall be there for you to guide you all the ins and outs of Indian Constitution. So let us start question number 6. Who became the permanent president of the Constituent Assembly? It's a very tricky question. Who became the permanent president of the Constituent Assembly? Okay, I might have missed the question number 5. The question number 5 was the Constituent Assembly for Undivided India. The Constituent Assembly for Undivided India first met on which date? That means which date was the first date for meeting of the Constituent Assembly, and the Constituent Assembly met for the first date, that was on 9th December 1946. Answer is 9th December 1946. My friends, please put a 5-star mark against this question. Put a 5-star mark against this question. This is very, very sure to come in your exams. Question number 6. Who became the permanent president of the Constituent Assembly? What does it mean? On the 9th December 1946, in the very first meeting of the Constituent Assembly, the chairman was Dr. Sachidanand Sinha. On 9th December, the chairman was Dr. Sachidanand Sinha. But on 11th December 1946, Dr. Rajendra Prasad, write down the name, Dr. Rajendra Prasad, he became the permanent president of the Constituent Assembly. Who was Dr. Rajendra Prasad? The first president of India. He was the president of India for 2 terms, first from 1950 to 1957, then from 1957 to 1962. So Dr. Rajendra Prasad was the first president of the Constituent Assembly. Question number 7. Who was elected the vice president of Constituent Assembly? Now, why have we given you this question? We have seen several times that students know the answer of who was the president of the Constituent Assembly. But 90% of the students don't know who was the vice president of the Constituent Assembly. So what does it mean? This Constituent Assembly also had one vice president, and you have to prepare the answer for your exams. So what is the answer? Answer is H.C. Mukherjee. H.C. Mukherjee was the vice president of the Constituent Assembly. Question number 8. Let's see what is the question number 8 on the screen. Yes, we can see the question is, who was the constitutional advisor to the Constituent Assembly of India? Please put 5-star marks again. So it's a 5-star question. Who was the constitutional advisor to the Constituent Assembly of India? So this Constituent Assembly of India had a legal advisor, a man who was a great barrister, a man who had immense knowledge on legal terms. Such a man was the legal advisor of the Constituent Assembly. He was the constitutional advisor to the Constituent Assembly, and his name was Dr. B.N. Rao. His name was Dr. You can see the answer on the screen. Dr. B.N. Rao. Question number 9. 5-star question. Initially, the Constituent Assembly consisted of how many members? Now, why the term initially? Because in 1946, on 9th December, when the Constituent Assembly met for the first time, India was an undivided India. India and Pakistan were a single country, so members from both India, members from both Pakistan were the members of the Constituent Assembly. So that's why we have maintained the term initially. Initially, the Constituent Assembly consisted of how many members? Answer is, I would like to show you the answer on the screen. Yes, it is. The answer is 389 members. So initially there were 389 members. in the Constituent Assembly. Question number 10. What was the strength of the Constituent Assembly after the withdrawal of the Muslim League? So, when the Pakistan resolution was passed and it was decided that Pakistan will be another country, so another Constituent Assembly was formed for Pakistan. So, all the members of Muslim League, they withdrew themselves from the Constituent Assembly of India. So, the number of members of the Constituent Assembly of India were reduced. Initially, it was 389. After the withdrawal of the members of the Muslim League, the membership of the Constituent Assembly were only 299. That is 299 members. 299 members that you can see on the screen. So this way we have discussed the first 10 questions. I would like to know how many of you have scored 10 out of 10. Please give your name and your score in the comment box. I will be happy and I can check your progress also. So let us start our question number 11. As you can see, question number 11 is on your screen already. Who was the chairman of the Drafting Committee of the Constituent Assembly? So there were so many committees formed for the Constituent Assembly. See, the Constituent Assembly was a big family. Now all the members cannot work together. There may be some committees. These committees will be subdivided into subcommittees. All the committees will have some members and one will be head. And all the members will be working under the head. One such committee was the Drafting Committee, Flag Committee was there, Steering Committee was there, Union Committee was there, Fundamental Rights Committee was there. The Drafting Committee was the most important committee because it was responsible for framing the Constitution of India. And you can obviously guess who was the chairman of the Drafting Committee. Yes, sir, you are right. The father of Indian Constitution, the first Law Minister of India, Dr. B.R. Ambedkar. Dr. B.R. Ambedkar was the chairman of the Constituent Assembly. So, answer of question number 11, who was the chairman of the Drafting Committee of the Constituent Assembly, is Dr. B.R. Ambedkar. Question number 12. The Drafting Committee, including the chairman, comprised of how many members? That means, how many members were there in the Drafting Committee? Well, I can tell you the answer. Yes, your guess is right. There are 7 members in the Drafting Committee. So the Drafting Committee had 7 members and the chairman was Dr. B.R. Ambedkar. Now let us check who were the members of this Drafting Committee. So the obvious question, question number 13, name the other members of the Drafting Committee. So you have, if it is better if you can remember all the names, because this may come as one sort of MCQ type question. 3 names will be there and another name. Say for example, Dr. B.R. Ambedkar, Dr. K.M. Munshi, Syed M. Sadullah, and option number D, of course, Sardar Vallabhbhai Patel. Then they will ask you, who was not a member of this Constituent Assembly? If you know all the names of the members of this Constituent Assembly, then you can easily say that, yes, Dr. Sardar Vallabhbhai Patel was not a member of this Constituent Assembly. So who were the members of the Constituent Assembly? Let us check. Name the other members of the Drafting Committee. Name the other members of the Drafting Committee. The members of the Drafting Committee were Dr. B.R. Ambedkar. Then, second name, Dr. K.M. Munshi. Please write down. Dr. K.M. Munshi. Third name, Syed M. Sadullah. Syed M. Sadullah. That is Syed Muhammad Sadullah from Assam. Then N. Madhava Rao. N. Madhava Rao. Fifth name, T.T. Krishna Machari. T.T. Krishna Machari. Sixth name, N. Gopal Swami Iyengar. N. Gopal Swami Iyengar and Alladi Krishna Swami Iyer. Alladi Krishnaswamy Iyer. Total 7 members. Okay, question number 14. The chairman of the Union Powers Committee of the Constituent Assembly was. So this is another committee in the name of Union Powers Committee. And question is, who was the chairman? You can see the answer. Pandit Jawaharlal Nehru, the first Prime Minister of India. Question number 15. Who was the chairman of the Advisory Committee on Fundamental Rights and Minorities? So there was obviously a committee on fundamental rights and minorities. Fundamental rights and minorities. And the answer is Sardar Vallabhbhai Patel. So I hope you are enjoying the video with us, and we have discussed all the important questions for you. Question number 16, very important question. It's a 7-star question. The Constitution of India was adopted on which date? The Constitution of India was adopted on which date? The answer is 26 November 1949. 26 November 1949. Question number 17. When did the Constitution of India come into effect? So maximum students are confused here. They take the adopted on which date and came into effect on which date to be the same answer. No, my friends. It was adopted on 26 November 1949, but it came into force on, listen carefully, it came into force on 26 January 1950. 26 January 1950. So answer to question number 17 is, when did the Constitution of India come into effect? The answer is 26 January 1950. Question number 18. 10-star question. How many days did the Constituent Assembly take to finalize the Constitution? So at least that means starting from the 9th December 1946, the very first day of the meeting of the Constituent Assembly, how many days were required for framing or completing the Constitution of India? It took 2 years, 11 months, 18 days. 2 years, I am repeating again, 2 years, 11 months, 18 days. Those days there were no WhatsApp, there were no Messenger, there were no Facebook, there were no Xerox machine, there were no email. So members of the different committees, they had to go abroad by ship. They had to read the ins and outs of different constitutions. And from those constitutions, they took out the most important features of those constitutions. Then they comprised those things in our constitution. That's why it took a longer time of 2 years, 11 months and 18 days. But this is the best constitution in the world. This is the longest constitution of the world. My friends, today I take leave of you here, and I hope that you have enjoyed all the 18 questions which we have discussed today. And I promise you that we will be joining you very soon, very shortly. Please, by then you just prepare these 18 questions. Thank you. God bless you all.